Hello, hi, it's the Guy Creates. Here's something new. I decided that I wanted to try a little thing, a little idea. I don't know, it just kind of came about in my head. And I haven't been playing this for very long. I decided to try it. I feel like I kind of miss Let's Plays, although I don't want to do it the way I did before, where it was like heavily commentate, you know? I just decided, you know what? I'm gonna like do this podcast style thing. I mean, not like totally, maybe a little bit. But we're just gonna relax for like an hour and play a video game, and I'm just gonna talk over it. Yeah, I think I've tried this in the past, but then I just made it like I just edited it down and didn't stick with that. Although I think this time we're just gonna, do like this sort of thing. So what I think I want to do. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's gonna go on TheGuyCreates2, so it's gonna be sort of. I mean, the channel has what 20 subscribers right now. Wouldn't this be a time capsule? But anyway, like it's a small channel, so I don't expect like comments and stuff. But like, if you guys have questions or just anything general, like just discussion topics, I'd love that. I think that would, it would add some interactivity to all this. Also, yeah, just send stuff in. I mean, I don't know. Don't send anything. Don't send like porn. Don't send me porn. Please don't do that. But just send me like little things to talk about, like hey, questions, like hey, what's your opinion on this, or what do you want to do? Like what do you want to what's the thing that is the cause of all your depression? I'll answer that question. Maybe not though. I don't see. I can totally see myself getting deep on this because it's just me talking, but I probably won't. I'll keep it like a good 50% deep. I don't want to be like too disconnected. But anyway, we're gonna try and keep my voice low volume here as I do this. I'm gonna have to get used to that. I mean, I'm not a very loud person in general, but yeah, I think we'll just do a no save run of Sonic and Tails, perhaps. Yeah, why not? I mean, I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I guess that kills any chance of this coming back. At least this game. I mean, this idea is probably gonna come back. I'm gonna do multiple. I'll probably do like 3 of these before I actually make. Oh fuck, I have Knuckles. Okay, whatever. But yeah, hopefully I can stay consistent with this. I'm thinking once a week because that's my deal plan. But anyway, I figure we start this sort of deal. I don't even know what to call this. I was thinking, all right. I probably shouldn't be saying this inside the video, but I think I'm gonna call it like game and chill. But then I was like, wait, that has like the Netflix and chill vibe to it, so I don't think I want that. So I was like, well, what if I just swap the letters? What if I just swap the location of, not the letters, the words? What if I just swap where the words are? I call it chill and game. Like, okay, you get rid of the Netflix thing, but it just sounds. I don't know how stupid that sounds. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how high it is on the stupometer, but who knows? I'll think about it. I got time. Yeah, I got lots of time. Everybody does right now. If you're watching this much later, much into the future, then you would know. You wouldn't. You kind of would. You'd assume. You look at the date of the video and be like, it's this time. Okay, it is May 28th, 2020, which means what was it? It was March sort of when this 2020 Chevrolet Corvette sort of took over the world, and now everybody's like, oh, you gotta wear a mask. If you don't wear a mask, you're stupid. You stupid. I mean, I'm not gonna get it. See, I know I said this is gonna be like some podcast stuff, but consider this podcast. I mean, it isn't political, but sometimes it can get political. Just because, everything can really, but I'd like to stay away from it entirely. I think that I kind of believe that it is kind of impossible not to get some kind of political stuff involved with anything really, but you can definitely avoid it. Because sometimes you can shoehorn it in and be like, well, this reminds me of that one time Trump looked at the sun and he was an idiot, like during the lunar eclipse or whatever. Yeah, so, stuff like that. I don't know. But yeah, you probably won't see much. First of all, I'm not even like educated on that. Like, I honestly like don't know what's happening. I mean, I don't know. There's a good thing and a bad thing with that. I mean, first of all, you don't know stuff. I mean, but like, if you think about it, that stuff causes so much stress in people. So I feel like it's a good thing not to be totally aware of every little darn thing that's happening inside the big house. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it. No, I won't watch the news. I don't know what I'll do. Maybe one day I'll catch up on it and make angry tweets. Anyway, hot take over, if you want to call it that. I think we should talk about Sonic Mania a little bit, because I don't want to. I should make it the focus of the video, because that is what I'm doing. That is what I'm probably just gonna call it, Sonic Mania, you know. But at the same time, I feel as though it's it's not gonna be the focus. I think I expect most people, or like, I mean, I don't know, who know how people watch these videos, but I'm thinking a viewer of this would probably like just have it on the background like a podcast, and sort of, you know, like if they have like another monitor and they can go do something else on their computer while they watch silly old guy creates play stupid animal game, furry game. And, you know, they can just like they can go get some work done while they have that on, and be, you know, it'd be nice and relaxing. Or they can fall asleep to it, to my serenading voice, you know. But yeah, that's more for I at some point, if I do commit to this and this becomes a thing, then I'll probably have to like get a new microphone, you know. Hey, what do you know? Hey, yeah. Anyway, Sonic Mania, right? If you happen to be friends with me on Switch, you'll definitely notice, or maybe not, because I haven't played in a while, but maybe now you will, that I've played this game for over like 90 hours or something, and it's just because like it's just a fun game to replay for me. I've seen people like struggle in this, and I totally understand how like this game is just like not for them, because I guess I mean, this style of platformer is pretty tricky sometimes. I mean, there's a lot of bullcrap in it, like how, you know, you breathe and then enemy right in front of you, like that hit you, whoops. So, you know, I can see how that's not, you know, I don't know, it's a bit of a curve. You gotta get good at these games. You're gonna get, you know, I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm like, oh, I'm so good at Sonic, that's why I enjoy it. You just need to get good at it. That's how you know, you're just not good. But I hate to sound like that, but in a way that Sonic, especially when you like first, like I remember Sonic 1, played it on the iPod Touch. Yes, because I'm that age. I played on the iPod Touch. I was like, wow, I'm terrible at this. I can never get past like Act 2 or something because of the spikes. And the boss at the end of Act 3 of Green Hill Zone, could never get past that. So yeah, that's, oh jeez, what's happening? Okay, we have 9 rings, almost at coins. Yeah, a common thing to do. Like, I think everyone does that. Everyone's done that at least once in their life. But yeah, Sonic Mania, I love this game. I think hopefully they do more of Sonic games like this. I mean, you hope they do. I mean, this one, like, what? Excuse me? Sorry, I didn't mean to. What's the word I'm thinking of? I didn't mean to sort of be a little loud there, but I'm just a little confused. I beat that boss, but then I died. Anyway, but yeah, Sonic Mania, definitely like. I mean, I think it performed better than the big Sonic game they even released. So I got a feeling that they're gonna milk that cow. You're gonna milk that. Yeah, I don't want to do ASMR on this podcast or whatever. I'm calling it a podcast now. I mean, I guess it's a podcast. Whatever. Jeez, I don't even know. It's something. Figure it out. Whatever you want to call it. I'm sure something, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just rambling at this point because this boss is like taking away like a good chunk of my concentration. But yeah. So yeah, Sonic Mania, great game, fantastic. Spicy meatball, on the spicy meatballometer, it's at least a 9, I think, maybe even a 10. Who knows? I mean, if I can come back to this game and get 90 hours out of the 8-hour game or something, then it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worse. That's what it is. Okay, we killed the robot. That's good. But yeah, anyway. So what else are we talking about? We were talking about good old 2020 Chevrolet Corvette. It's been a problem that's we've all had to deal with. If you haven't been dealing with it, then you're probably looked at as an asshole generally, because you're just not paying attention to it, and you're just like, I don't know what's wrong with you. You're gonna get the Corvette. The Corvette is gonna run you over. Anyway, I don't know why. I'm censoring myself when it comes to the Corvette. The not Corvette, the real thing. But I don't know. I'm not sure how YouTube works when it comes to that. But I feel like if I say it too much, that at the bottom of the screen, I'll say get more information about the 2019 Chevrolet Corvette. It's not 2020 Corvette. It's a 2019. That's why it's called that's why there's a 19 there. But yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, what I was saying. It's been a tough time. I was going to talk about what I've been doing in this time. I've been sort of just. I mean, I think what I've started to notice is that work and leisure, they don't separate themselves at all. I thought that maybe I'll be really productive now, because I find that because I'm still in high school, and sometimes I feel it wastes a lot of time, a significant amount of time. So it sucks for me. And then the one time where I have all this time now. Not under the best circumstances, but I have a ton of I have a ton of time. It's pretty. It's weird because it's terrible. Geez, like a pandemic. Like, come on, bro. Like, why do I have to There's some bad things about not going this the usual stuff, because honestly. There's people I haven't seen in freaking ages. Usually I don't I don't message them, because I don't know, I'm just not that type of person. I should probably try doing that though, because I'm sure. I mean, what's the harm in that? I should just reach out, just say what's up. I should do that more often. I'm just not the type. I'm very All right, here we go. He's gonna say it. He's gonna say it. Oh, he's an introvert, guys. He said it. Oh, his respect meter just went up. Oh my God, I don't know. I just feel like every time someone says, "Yeah, I'm an introvert," I just yeah, okay. I don't know where I was going with that. I just feel like everyone says, "Well, I'm an introvert. I'm just awkward," I don't know. I didn't really make a point there what I was saying, but yeah. Anyway, I said well, if you really think about it, I think we're all introverted in a sense, but I think there's a certain amount of the I guess the certain amount of introversion you can have. I don't know, because I think we all have to talk to people, but I think there's it really just, I heard somewhere that I think introversion pretty much just comes down to where you get your energy from. Like, if you're an extrovert, you get your energy from being with people, you get from around you. And I think introversion is where you get your energy from inside your big brain. Yeah, you get the energy from inside you, the energy to I don't know, do things. So yeah, that's why you know, introverts like to be by themselves because they feel that energy, you know. And being an trying to socialize can tire them out. Oh, jeez. Oh, rats, I fell in the spike hole. But yeah, that's pretty much, that sounds about right. I mean, it doesn't sound wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, I am a huge, what's the word? Victim of social anxiety. Yep, here we go. We're talking about social anxiety now. Like, geez, man. I said I wasn't gonna get deep, but here we are. We just felt it was 16 minutes in, and you're just like, oh, well, I have social anxiety, and here's my deepest, darkest insecurities. I'm gonna put it on the internet while I'm playing Sonic and Mania. But yeah, I'm sure I'm not alone in saying that I have I mean, it's definitely something you can improve on, and I'd say that I'm improving on it for sure. It takes time though, but yeah, social anxiety for a long time. Oh, geez, I think it got worse in like middle school, because then I got a little self-aware, like a little too self-aware. Like I started to realize that, like I don't know. I realized that I wasn't being as social as I wish I was, so I really pushed myself to be like, you know, say stuff as much as possible. I just realized what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to I'm just hitting this goalpost over and over. But anyway, ooh. But yeah, I feel like I push myself to, you know, break my instinct and to you know, just talk. And then I started comparing myself immensely to other people, like extroverted people that talk all the time. And I was like, oh, dang it, I didn't start the conversation, you idiot, you fool. And that's not healthy. I don't think that's healthy. I mean, I don't know. I think, you know, it's weird, because like I think that it is a good skill to hone, to, you know, be able to small talk, or, you know, be the conversation starter. But then again, I already have my own set of skills as an introverted person. Oh, I mean, I guess I'm an ambivert, which means that I'm sort of both, because I definitely I'm not like and then again, where do you get, if you're an ambivert, where do you get, I don't know, sometimes I get energized. Oh, doing bing, I almost said bingo, it's pinball. I feel like I'm perhaps getting sidetracked with the game here, but yeah, I feel like, I mean, sometimes I get my energy from, you know, hanging out with people. Like if I'm having like a blast, then I'll get energy from other people, you know. It depends on the person, obviously, but yeah, I think that's where I am. Although I've been talking about like, oh, I'm an introvert, guys, but I mean, I feel like I mostly am, for sure. Like I'm definitely like leaning more towards that. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying. I forgot what my point was before that. But yeah, basically, yeah, okay, I remember now. It's a valuable thing to, you know, be an extroverted person for sure. But then at the same time, you know, being an introvert has their strength. You know, I'm sure extroverts like say stuff and they're like, oh crap, why did I say that? Stupid, you know. Introverts maybe on the opposite level. I mean, for me at least. Let's see, what else? I think introverts, let's say, you know, they like to be by themselves. They come up with all these ideas, you know, like they can sit there and ponder and be like, wait, what if I hold on, BRB gonna invent E equals MC squared real quick. I don't even know if he was an introvert. I've just got a hunch, maybe, you know. But that said, I mean, if you're an extrovert, that's another great skill, because like, I mean, if you're like a performer or like some kind of, if you're you know, like one of those marketing people where you gotta like talk to people, like, you know, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, really, doesn't matter who you are. You got you got the goods. You know, you got strength somewhere, and I think it's important to hone the strengths you already have before you try and be someone you're not. I mean, I should probably take that lesson now, because I'm a huge music guy. As in, by music I mean like legit, like learning instruments and stuff, and then band, stuff like that. And I don't know. It's easy to compare yourself on success when you just like watch YouTube and see like amazing prodigy from Berkeley plays this perfect solo, and then you're just like, crap, I gotta get that good. Hold on, give me a second. Can you just give me like 4 years and I'll like be able to play that, Sometimes it's inspiring. Sometimes you're just like, yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm not there yet. Not there yet. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah. Dang. Yeah, I just really went on a tangent there. I was expecting me to be like, a little off on the discussing topics on the podcast. Or God, I keep saying podcast. But I managed to keep talking. It's funny because like this whole time, like, dude, I'm not really much of a talker. I'm an introvert, guys. And then I'm just like spouting out words this entire time without stopping for 20 minutes straight. And like after the hour is done, I'm gonna be screwed. This is why you have two people on your podcast and not just yourself, because you're gonna talk too much and you're gonna break your throat. I should have got a water or something, taking a little breather. Maybe I'll have breaks. Honestly, that's not a bad idea. I can shoehorn an ad break whenever we get those. That would be great. We'll have 3 ad breaks and make them 10-15 minutes long. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be great content? Anyway. So yeah, we're now in, we killed the egg. It's Sonic Mania at the moment. We're doing a Puyo thing, or whatever you want to call it. Whatever, it's Mean Bean Machine, whatever they'd call it in this, I don't know, but it's like they throw in a puzzle game as a boss. Like, wow, what is it? And this is only the second level of the game too, so it's not like you expect like, okay, maybe we'll get like just a harder boss. Anyway, sorry, I'm gonna move the mic a little bit. Hopefully, it doesn't make too much noise. Yeah, okay, so this game. I hope for the sequel they bring up a bunch of cool a lot of cool original levels, because I think that was like a thing. Like, people wanted more original levels, because this level Studio Opera Zone that I'm in right now, it's freaking genius. It's cool. It's good to see their old levels back, but I think for this next one, since we've already done this, I totally wouldn't be surprised if they go fully original with their levels. A whole game, like 12 levels, that's just original content, which would be pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. And one more thing. Yeah, dog. Yeah, okay, there we go. I feel my life is complete now. This is good. This is good thing. But yeah, I put 90 dang hours in this game. I'll be honest, I feel a little like disorganized in this podcast, just a little bit. I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna address it every single time, won't I? But I definitely feel like probably next time I'll probably like set up like a list of topics. We'll just stick to the topic as much as we like, because I'm trying to jump. I'm jumping a little bit all over the place, although not that much. I'll just mention things repeatedly. Yeah, and then I can also do like clips. I can be like, "Guy creates opinion on racism," and then people watch it and be like, oh, "What? Oh my God, that opinion! Wow! Oh God! Oh! Why did we give this man a career?" I just made it sound like that. If I ever make a comment about racism, that it's gonna like end my career. Like I just like foreshadowed that, but hopefully it won't. Hopefully I'll just say not have to say anything about racism, and hopefully whatever I do say about racism happens to not get myself destroyed. Just why am I talking about racism now? This is, god damn it! How did I bring this upon myself? How did I bring? Oh jeez, I'm playing Sonic Mania. This is Mania, fun time, Sonic Zoom. You know, how do we get to this point? Anyway, yeah. All right. Wow. I really wish I had like a water. This is stupid. I will definitely do a break thing. I think after we finish Act 1 of Studio Land, we'll take a little breather, and then I'll be right back with some more of this voice content. You know, sometimes I just like, we're in this time, right? Not the Corvette time. Not a little more, less specific. We're in a time where like content can literally just be like just made by one person. We're at a point where like YouTube is a thing, and then like people can watch YouTube, and then that can be their only like source of content. I feel maybe. I mean, but then again, like I've gone days where I just watch YouTube, and that's my only entertainment. Like I mean, I usually do other stuff, like I don't know, work on stuff, but then like in between, it's just so easy to load up a 20-minute video and then just watch it, you know? Like a show, I don't watch much TV anymore. I don't know if I really ever did. I guess I did when I was a wee lad, but right now it's just kind of YouTube right now. But I like to watch. I don't like to watch the crap, you know. Like I guess then again, I do always fall for like I look at my recommended feed and I just see a title that catches my eye and I watch it, you know. But I'm definitely I like quality content, you know. I like to watch like you know, if the YouTuber has a bi-weekly upload schedule or even a weekly upload schedule, and they're like the videos are like well edited, scripted, or something like that, I'm so down for that. I think that's cool. Like I mean, like even if they're like a month in between, I think sometimes, I mean, if the videos are great, then you're gonna watch them. Like I think your audience is like more dedicated, I feel, because if you like do short form content, I feel as though like I'm postponing. Oh shit, I messed up. I was trying to postpone the end of the level, but anyway. But yeah, short form content, like sometimes you can get burnt out of it, you know. Like if there's an episode of this series, but it's like, oh, you've uploaded like 5 days in a row, bro. I mean, I'm sure you'll grow a lot because you know, there's more of your video, and the odds of people seeing your video is going up. But then like your dedicated fan base, I don't know, man. Then again, okay, maybe I don't know. Maybe it works both ways. Maybe there's a way to do. I honestly think it works both ways. But anyway, I want to take a quick 5, and then I will be right back with some more Sonic Mania and more talking about my deepest, darkest secrets. I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. I thought my screen turned off entirely, but I think that was the screen burn-in reduction. It like turned the screen like almost practically off. Voice crack, epic voice crack. Anyway, so yeah, I'm back. I got a water. Unfortunately, we're out of water bottles. I had to get water from the fridge. That, you know, the fridge water, and I was like, ugh, I hate the fridge water. You know, like I mean it's okay, but like I would have preferred a nice, whatever. I don't even know what water we get anymore. We don't know. We just get whatever's cheap, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, water, feeling refreshed. We can get back to talking about whatever. Talking about my struggle with insert disorder here. I don't know. I keep making fun of like deep thoughts, deep things, you know. So you're like, oh, I gotta talk about my depression or something. But I don't know. I'm at some point we'll probably be like, okay, guys, here's my deep struggle. I mean, we talked about like social anxiety already, so I think we already like kind of treaded that water. But yeah. Anyway, we're freaking 30 minutes in, and we've talked about a lot. We talked about good old the game, of course. We talked about the Corvette, you know. We talked about diversion and stuff like that. I think we've made a lot of progress. I'm saying this as a way to stall until I come up with another topic that comes in my head. But yeah, let's talk about pinball machines. You know, I don't know where the idea came from. Just like, you know, pinball machines. You know what I'm saying? I've never really played them that often. I had a beach house. I didn't have one, but my grandparents rented out a beach house somewhere in Florida. I live in Florida, by the way. Come kill me, guys. Ha. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe some dedicated fan is gonna take that a little too seriously, and you know, they're gonna snipe me in the head. But anyway, great. Just isn't this a great podcast? We brought up racism. Now we're talking about anyway. But yeah. What was I saying? Talking about the beach. I was talking about a beach house. But yeah, my grandparents, they rented out a beach house, and I'm like, you know, they're always like, oh yeah, come up. And I came up, and this beach house was so tight. It had the downstairs was pretty much just like it had an arcade machine, like a tabletop arcade. So it was like the flat one. And it had like one of those machines that had like, I don't know how many games, like at least 50 games installed. Had Donkey Kong, had Pac-Man, had what else? The usual culprits, you know, the usual games. And then I think there was also a pinball machine next to it too. That's where I remember. I think I played pinball like a couple times. We all played pinball. I mean, we played pinball like in video games a ton. I feel like I've played pinball inside like, I don't know what game. I need a ton of games. I feel like I've just played pinball inside some video game more than I've actually played the actual thing, like a machine. Yeah, arcades and stuff had pinball. Like Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese had pinball. Dude, Chuck E. Cheese, oh man. Oh, jeez. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I think I'm just nostalgic for the old games at Chuck E. Cheese, but I feel like the games at Chuck E. Cheese, I mean, I don't regularly go to Chuck E. Cheese, so I'm not a Chuck E. Cheese consumer, you know. But I sometimes, like, it's whether it's like my little sister. I mean, I don't know, not much anymore because she's definitely older. But my little sister would go, and I'd be like, just, you know, I'd be outside the usual age demographic of Chuck E. Cheese, so I'd be like, okay, whatever, and I'll come. Maybe I'll just like load up some of my old favorites, because I always went to Chuck E. Cheese a ton when I was a wee lad. Gonna keep saying wee lad, I guess. But yeah, I went to Chuck E. Cheese with my grandma a ton. Like, my grandma she was a goat. She is the goat. She's still here, guys. For now. But yeah, I think, like, literally, she would just, like, if my mom was busy, my dad works, so, you know, yeah, he's got stuff to do. And if my mom happened to, you know, have to go somewhere, and or I mean, even when she didn't have to go somewhere, good old grandma would just, like, you know, it'd be the best. Like, we go to the late Toys R Us, or something like that. Maybe even GameStop. Maybe I'd get a game, bro, like a whole video game. Whoa. And then yeah, Chuck E. Cheese was an option. I mean, it was great. I mean, and plus all the times, all the fun times that that she's blessed me with. It's great. But anyway, yeah, I was talking about Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, I feel like the games at Chuck E. Cheese have probably like gone downhill. I think they have. Maybe not probably. I think for sure, because I remember. I mean, I'm trying to think off the top of my head what games I played. They might still be there. I'm not sure, but I remember the Sonic Spinner. Speaking of Sonic, the Sonic Spinner. I remember playing that and being like, "Oh my God, it's Sonic, bro!" I remember playing that before I even knew like what Sonic was. Like, there's a time where like I just like I didn't know who Sonic was. And I saw the spinner. I was like, okay, it's some cartoon guys. What is this? You know, I remember I didn't even know. It was like the Mario Olympic Games before I figured out what Sonic was. I thought he was a cat. Like I thought, I don't know why I didn't think he was a hedgehog. I thought I was confused by the title of the original game because I was like, the Sonic the Hedgehog. Did he like get turned into a hedgehog or something? Like what happened? So stupid. Like I didn't connect the dots. Like I was a stupid child. But anyway. It's Chuck E. Cheese went downhill. I mean, I feel like the last time I went there, it was just a bunch of like ticket stealing games. The games are just like yeah, I don't know. They're like purposely broken so that like you can't win them. Like isn't there like the tipping blocks game that you see at arcades or whatever that like you just can't beat because it's just like they try to lead you on. It's like a drug. It's like they give you some satisfaction, some dopamine hits when you make it to like the second level. You're like, oh, I've stacked 6 blocks or 5 blocks or whatever. I'm so good at this. And then you get to the one where it's like, okay, if you get 9 blocks or whatever, I don't remember the number, but if you get like 10 blocks, then you get 500 tickets. And you're like, okay, I can do this. It's easy. I did the first 2, and then it's like purposely broken. And so that you can't win it, or it's really hard. You just have to accommodate. And I'm just like, bruh, pal, listen. You know, can't we just bring it back to the days where it was good old? Well, I mean, then again, maybe the games were all like that. I mean, when was the last time an arcade was like legit? You know, when was the last time like I don't know. I guess I remember. I'm having a hard time remembering what games I remember. Like I thoroughly enjoyed at Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know. There's some. There were definitely games I enjoyed. I remember. God, I can't like remember. I mean, I can't remember the games that like got you tickets. The ones you'd want to play. But yeah, I think skee-ball. I don't think skee-ball's ever left. If it has, then I'm like, wow. How do you remove skee-ball? Okay, yeah. Chuck E. Cheese always had the play pit or the play tubes that were like probably insanely unsanitary and just like made the place gross. But those were a thing, and I think they got rid of that. Like, it's not that recently, but like a decent amount recently in my area. I think probably everywhere, to be honest. That's such like that sounds like such an. I mean, I wouldn't know, but such a '90s thing to do. For sure. Yeah, but yeah, Chuck E. Cheese. What a nostalgic place. It's crazy to me that like I feel it's Chuck E. Cheese like that. I don't know when Chuck E. Cheese was like made. It sounds like it'd be totally like a '90s thing, but Chuck E. Cheese was like it was a nostalgic place. I don't know how Chuck E. Cheese is doing now. Like are they financially okay? Like imagine Chuck E. Cheese goes bankrupt. Like I will cry probably. I gotta take my children and my children's children and my children's children to Chuck E. Cheese. I mean, I'll live that long probably to take them there, But yeah, oh man, I just brought another thought in my head. Like what if what am I gonna? Okay, theoretically, if I had kids, what would I make them do? Like what would I get them like to sign up for or like take them for fun, and like I've thought about. I mean, I haven't thought about this like as if it was like that my life depends on it, but it's come across my mind. I'm like, what would I do? Because like I live rather close to like because Florida, right? I mean, there's theme parks like all over the place. It's like if you take away the Disney Worlds and the Universals and what is Florida? It's just a thing you can cut off of the country, I'm sure. But yeah, just saw Florida off. Just cut it off, make it float away in the ocean. Give it to Mexico or something. Yeah. What was I saying? What was I saying? God, what was I saying? I was talking about okay. So that if I was a parent and I had a child, I was given the birth, I would probably like, well, I mean, do the usual. At the first couple months, I'd be like, okay, I gotta feed your baby carrots and the milk, usual stuff. But then if they're like 3 years old, what would I do? I was talking about theme parks. So I was like, okay, you can take them to theme parks. It's another option, but that's expensive. That's rather expensive. I'm sure it'll be even more expensive as time goes on. But yeah, and also I heard from like I think it was like one of my old history teachers that like they had just had a kid. And I think they were like kind of young. They were like 6 or something. I don't remember. But I remember saying, oh, we don't want to take the I don't want to take my kid to Disney World when they're like 3, because like whenever or maybe I don't know, I don't want to take them to Disney World all the time because then they won't value going to Disney World. I mean Disney World is pretty neat, you're gonna have a good time, but I definitely agree that like going like every month or something like that when you're that young, that could like remove some of the magic. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think again that can be like another nostalgic moment, like another like that place will just get more and more nostalgic. I mean, for me, it's already a nostalgic place. All the theme parks I've gone to, just because I've they're places I went to when I was a lad. Yeah. But but then again, it's expensive. So yeah, who knows? I might be a broke musician. That's the plan. That's the plan. That's a big old plan right there. But yeah, and then I will take them to Chuck E. Cheese, and then I think when it comes to like what I'd like share with them, like what I want them to get into. Obviously, I'd be like, hey, you ever heard of a video game? Like, I would totally get them into that. And if they're not into it, then I'll be like, okay, here's music. And if they're not into that, I'll be like, okay, here's my last resort. Okay, sports. I played sports for like the first bit of my childhood, but then like stopped at my adolescence because I was just like, I don't like this anymore. I did not for me like I did not like. I played baseball for years, and my dad and my brother loved baseball, but I hated. I mean, I liked the sport up to the point where I was of age to the point like I was like 12 or something like that. I was at the point where like, okay, guys, this is a little more competitive. There, you can now steal bases. You have to, and the pitcher picks you off, and that you have to be aware of that. And then I did not like that. I was not a fan. I was like, wait, no, I have to slide into the base, dog. I'm gonna like break my leg, and then that irked me forever. And I was like, now like I think years after I felt like ashamed that I stopped playing baseball because I didn't want to slide into the base. Oh, but then, I mean, it was never my thing in the first place because I never liked going. I mean, I don't know. I had fun when I did go in the middle of doing the said baseball activity, but I don't know. I just if it was always like it's always you always have to force me to go to practice sometimes. Yeah, not my favorite. But yeah. Yeah, because video games are already they'd already, they were my passion at the time, and they still are for a good amount. I don't think it was quite music yet. I think it was well, maybe subconsciously it was, because I definitely like loved video game music. Yeah, there you go. We're going to talk about video game music now. Okay. There are some like just like sleeper bangers that video games have that like people don't know, because they're just not. They're in video games. I don't think it's because people look at video games in a derogatory way. I think it's just because like, well, not everyone plays video games, But I feel like you could definitely like. I feel like musicians should definitely like. They should hear some of the tunes. Like I love the idea of like making a real book that has it's just a book of all the video game standards. I think I like that idea a lot. Because I mean it would be nice. It would be concise, and it would be like more. Trying to think of the word here. Accessible. It would be an accessible way to like sort of get it. You have the video game's real book, and you're like, oh, okay. And then there's some great, like some songs like there's jazz standards, right? And there's so many like iconic songs that just come from jazz, and there's so many like standards that people just like come to like appreciate, And I feel like the same thing happens with the video game music. Like think of the Mario theme, of course. The Zelda theme, the Pac-Man theme, the theme of literally every game. But like there's like think of, I don't know, Gerudo Valley from Zelda. That's a iconic song in the video game world. I think that's worthy of a standard. Like let's see, I don't know, a lot of songs really. We'll say Hydrocity Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog 3. That's one. That one goes hard. I think there's also the fact that the game, the sound font, or like just the general sound of the music, it can sometimes be restrained by the sound limitation of the console. So like obviously there's it's in 8-bit or 16-bit. That's the music. I feel like that. I don't know. Some people are okay with that, because like there's some people who like that style of music, and I definitely appreciate it too. I don't know. I think because of that, I like definitely appreciated less about like what the sound of the music was, like what the instrument was, but more of like what the song was saying, which is why I like am into something that's like I'm into compositions and stuff, and the melody of something, because when you're making video game music, or when you were back when the hardware was limited, you had to you basically had to, you're limited, so you had to use the limited resource you had, and then make like something that still sounded like catchy and good, and stick with people. I'm saying like I think 20 times, because I don't know. I had that moment in a conversation. I had that moment when speaking, when you're just like self-aware of your speaking, and you're like, oh shit, what was I talking about? And then you just sort of freeze. But yeah, video game music, having that moment again. I see every time. Talking so complicated. Anyway, the video game, the limitation. I was talking about the limitations. I think my brain's like having an aneurysm right now. Not actually, but it's something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean by that. You know what I'm talking about. Of course. What else would I be talking about? But yeah, the limitations made you appreciate the composition more. That's what I was gonna say. You appreciated it more. And I think I since I grew up with that, I felt as though that style of music that has, like great melodies and it's just like slaps hard, like, because a lot of video game music just like generally feels good, and it's pretty upbeat, I think. I don't know, but yeah, the melody and like the way if it's interesting, like when it comes to its chords, the chord structure of the song, if it's interesting, I feel like that's I got my appreciation for that. My appreciation for that came from video games a lot, because a lot of games music, they're compositions, and I feel if you grew up watching movies or TV and not like weren't into the video game music or weren't into video games in general, and then listen to all the songs over and over when you're stuck on a boss, I feel as though like since that music isn't like as highlighted and that as much, because it's like, oh, music is just kind of the background in movies. And in a way, I mean, I'm definitely like, there's definitely you can disagree with that for sure, because like I know like there's composers that put a lot of thought into that, of course, but I think when it comes like to the general population, I think that people like don't pay attention to it as much. But I think in video games it's easier to pay attention to it, because it's not orchestrated as something that you listen to as you like listen to dialogue, And I feel like a lot of the film music sounds very similar, unless we're talking like a really good film score that's like, I love film scores that have like you'd call it leitmotifs, or just like melodies that repeat, like I mean Star Wars, obvious example, but like the Back to the Future leitmotif, where you hear like the theme that goes da, 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 like that's great. And yeah, especially if you can notice it in like a little like more like vague ways, more hidden, or you just like there's like a alteration of it. Like people I guess have been mispronouncing this guy's name for years because I've always heard Michael Giacchino, but I think it's Michael Giacchino. I mean, his whole thing is leitmotifs. I mean, that worked for Up. So, yeah. Here we are talking about music. Yeah, sorry to bore you with that. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, then again, if you're listening at all, you're probably not bored of talking about things, But yeah, we're getting close to the 1 hour mark. I think we're gonna beat Press Garden Zone, or I don't know. It feels wrong to not beat Press Garden Zone Act 2. I think this is this should be the 6th level of the game, would it not? I mean, we got Green Hill, we got Chemical Plant, we got Studio Opposites, that's 3, and then we had Flying Battery afterward. So that would be this is number 5 actually. So that's almost halfway through the game. So yeah, I think that's for an hour through. That's a lot of progress because you could beat this in 3 hours pretty much. Maybe I thought it was like 8 hours, but maybe I'm just thinking of like the completionist or something. The completionist percentage or time spent. But yeah, I think if I had to pick a favorite zone in this game, I think it'd be well, I don't know. I like this one. It's a very creative. They like all the new ones are very original. Like there's one of them is a film studio or whatever, which is genius. And then there's this one. It's a garden, but it's a bunch of printing presses. It's like a what do you want to call it? I mean, a printing press, I guess. It's all the paper. I think that's cool. It's a cool vibe. It's interesting. And then the later levels, I guess, I mean, who cares at this point? This game's kind of old, and it's just Sonic. It's not like a spoiler. But like the later level, Mirage Saloon, it's literally cowboy level. Like, have we seen that before? I don't think so. Not in Sonic. Maybe we did. I don't know. But they did it right, so that's all that matters. And then the last level, Titanic like a Titanic level, Titanic. Like, how do you make a Titanic level, bro? That's crazy. I can sense my voice getting tired already. Let me get a sip of water real quick. I feel like 30 minutes is my limit. I feel like it is. I'm at my fucking limit. But anyway. Yeah, I was trying to figure out my favorite zone. I just mentioned all the original zones pretty much. I don't know. It's hard for me to pick because like they're all past zones too. So you're like, okay, well, do they count? Well, I'll pick my favorite new one. My favorite new one is probably this one. I feel like I'm heavily like the music like heavily persuades my decisions on what my favorite games or levels are. I feel like significantly without me realizing it sometimes. Like if I don't know, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I think to an extent it does. I mean, but if your game is shit, then I don't really care that much. Although I'll acknowledge that it's a good song, probably. But yeah, this part of the level is confusing because you're looping around. You're like, where am I going? Dora, where are we going? Clap, clap, clap. Press garden. Yep. Yeah. Dora, though. Dude, what did I watch when I was a wee lad? I watched like... crap. Okay. Special Agent Oso. Please tell me there's someone out there. Like, well, of course, there's guaranteed to be. But someone out there, right? They definitely watched Special Agent Oso like I did on Playhouse Disney. Okay. Special Agent Oso. If you're not aware, he's a yellow bear who is also a spy, and his goal as a spy is to help children in need of his assistance. And in these scenarios, it could be like, help, I need to figure out how to tie my shoe, or I need to, I don't know, do my homework. I don't remember exactly. I think one of them was like clean your room or something, organize your room. And Special Agent Oso like came through the fucking window and was like, I'll help you. That's not what he sounds like. He sounds a little different. His signature catchphrase was, well, it was all part of the plan, more or less, you know? So that, you know, that stuck with me. That right there, that was a huge moment in my childhood. that right there was the moment that I realized my entire life could be planned, because Special Agent also said that it was all part of the plan. You know, every mistake you make, it's planned. It's all just a plan. But yeah, God. All right, yeah. You know what? You get bonus minutes this time. Okay, first episode, you get bonus content. We're gonna finish Press Garden Zone, and we're gonna call it. But yeah, Special Agent Oso was up there. I don't remember much. Okay, Jungle Junction was one. That was the one where like the cars were like, also zoo animals. That one I don't remember as much because it was just, I don't know what is this crap, you know? I feel like to anyone who wasn't born in this time, you know, I feel like they would look at this and be like, what the why Jungle Junction, a show where they're all animals but also vehicles at the same time. Like, whose idea with it? They must have been on crack when they came up with this at Disney. But anyway, I'm sure the guy who made that was probably like really nice. But yeah, what else is there? There's My Friends Tigger and Pooh. That's another classic. I feel like a lot of those shows I don't remember, but like do remember at the same time, you know? Like if I were to watch an episode or something, I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember the time when Pooh committed tax fraud. That was my favorite part. But yeah, I remember watching that. Like these, okay, I'm talking not like shows that you watched like later and remember. I'm talking shows that you like barely remember because you watched them when you were so little. Like I'm talking like, I think I watched Roly Poly Oly. Wasn't that a show? Am I crazy? Blue's Clues. I don't even remember like watching Blue's Clues, but I watched Blue's Clues. And oh, don't even get me started. Okay, my childhood like early childhood was like just Thomas the Tank Engine. It was straight up just Thomas the Tank Engine the whole time. Like I mean, literally Thomas the Tank Engine. It was like that was before I even like played video games. I would build like tracks all around the house and like make a huge words. I would just destroy the house with a bunch of Thomas the Tank Engine tracks, and then like the ultimate creation, the magnum opus of my 3-year-old time. But yeah, Thomas the Tank Engine. I loved watching the movies. I loved watching I loved watching the toys. I loved watching the music. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I didn't watch like the new stuff because I know like they rebooted it or something, and it's all like 3D animated and it looks weird. But like I only watched the OG. But I guess was it stop motion? I guess it would be. I mean, why not? They didn't really animate it that much. It was just like the eyes that moved, which you could do in post or something. You can tell my voice is disintegrating. Wow. It's pretty much, I mean, then again, I haven't been talking that loud, generally, because I want to have a chill vibe here. Who knows? I mean, I guess technically you don't have to be quiet to be something like that's relaxed. Because, like, I know, like, streamers who talk at normal voice volume that are, you know, can put you to sleep because they're just like the mic quality or just like, I don't know, how frequent they're talking. That can just somehow like just put you to sleep. Like the game background music, the game like sounds and just like, you know, just hearing it and then like having it on while you fall asleep is somehow like oddly soothing. Somehow that works. It's like having your TV on before you go to bed and falling asleep with it on. Man, I haven't had a TV in my room for years. As soon as I started doing YouTube, that's when I like officially gave up having a TV in my room that actually like watched TV, and ever since then I just haven't done that. I mean, then again, I think even like somewhat before that, I mean at the time I was spending on the computer outweighed the time I was watching TV anyway. So yeah. Pretty much. Yep-a-roni. TV. I don't know how long TV is gonna stay around. I get a feeling that I mean I don't think that soon, because there's definitely like, so what do you watch on TV anymore? I mean, there's so many shows that are like being streamed that I can remember, like shows that people talk about. They're like a lot of them are, you know, on Netflix or what else? Like, I mean, Mandalorian, Disney Plus, but a lot of Netflix for sure. Netflix has a ton of shows. Yeah. I wonder, like, what does TV have again? Crap. I mean, they at least have reality TV. Well, then again, I'm sure there's some reality TV on Netflix or something, but I don't know. Like, I don't think the Bachelor's like off TV. Pretty sure that's still on TV and not on streaming service. Maybe it is. Maybe it's on streaming services, but like, yeah, I can tell. Yeah, I mean, obviously, TV is gonna see a decline because of streaming everything. And I feel like it's the Corvette, the threat of the Corvette running you over has like made that happen like almost faster, because, well, I mean, just even for like watching movies in a theater, I feel as though movies are like they're coming more like streaming. They're leaning more towards that because, like, I don't know, you have to stay home. You can't go to the cinema, and now like companies are like, okay, we'll stream our movie on the streaming platform, I guess, or you have to buy it or something. But like, what if that just becomes the norm? What if that just becomes normal? What if this is the last time we hear of movie theaters? Well, probably not, because that means a whole company will just have to stop immediately, which does, you know, that's not how that works. Like, I mean, you gotta. Here's hoping they adapt. You know, for every I wish well for every. Well, most companies. I wish well for most companies out there. Most entertainment ones, at least. Not like there's definitely companies you don't want to support, probably, that do terrible things, probably. Who knows? I don't have any ones that are in my head, but yeah, entertainment. Like, I mean, most of them, I don't want them to die out, So hopefully they adapt, generally, and then maybe movie theater like stuff will adapt. Yeah, let's just watch this cutscene and we'll end it off. This is cool. It's like Eggman's like, haha, I got the Chaos Emeralds, or the ruby. Now I'm making Metal Sonic. I'm so cool. Haha, in your face, Sonic. LOL. That's what he said. Anyway, we're not gonna be playing this level. Screw you, haha. You have to buy the. You have to support me on Patreon to see the second half. No. Anyway. This was fun. I enjoyed doing this. I'll probably do another one, multiple. We'll see how long this goes. We'll see. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you vibed. Hopefully, if you're trying to sleep, you've slept by now. I feel like if I keep suggesting that you fall asleep to it, you probably won't. I feel like more. I'm like, all right, so you better be, you're probably falling asleep to this. The more I say that like the odds of this like not being that thing, it's just gonna get like higher. Like people are just like gonna not. It's not gonna be it at all. I'm gonna completely miss that mark. But anyway, yeah, I'm sure you can do a compilation of how many times I said "but anyway," and and I think in this entire thing, and I'm sure it'd be great content. Yeah, all right. Thanks for enjoying this. I'm thinking the game cast. I mean, that doesn't sound original. Like, I'm sure some other guy has come up with the game cast, and they like do a podcast that talks about video games. But like, I'm like trying to like make a combination of a podcast and a video game thing here. So, so I don't know what to call this. We'll have to figure it out. Thank you for watching. That was a text-to-speech bot that said the name. Hopefully you enjoy life. Have a good day, night, whatever this is.